having the dashboard, being able to see it all in one place saves a lot of time too. Before, when I used to do, one of the things we need to do for stormwater is an annual report. And part of that annual report is, attesting that all the monthly inspections were done correctly and that all your sampling inspections are done correctly. So in the past, that would only happen if I visited the site. So I would have to drive to the site and then flip through the binders, and then make sure each box was checked as well. Because a lot of times, especially if we're in a rush, we'll forget to sign a form, or we'll invert the dates wrong, there's always something. And so then I would have to manually go and check. So if you have to do that across, 20, 30 sites, that takes a lot of time. And so I think the first time I used Mapistry for the annual reports, at that time I had, I think, five sites. I did all that in less than an hour. Just at my desk, I was able just to go through and see all my inspection forms were done. They were all signed. They were all completed correctly. And it was just such a huge time saver. So then when I did do my annual inspections for the stormwater compliance on the site, I was able to focus more on actually looking at the site in more detail, having the conversation and the dialogue with the site personnel, like the people I may not typically have a lot of time to talk to, like the field, the grounds people, have more of a conversation with them. And then explaining what their role is in the bigger picture of things is really helpful too. This is kind of a little bit of divergent, but what I find is people tend to do things more if they understand why, right? If I just shove a piece of paper at them and say, do this, they're sure, I'll check all the boxes. But if I explain to them, the reason you're doing this is because we don't want this other thing to happen, because then this can go into the creeks. This can impact the fish and start kind of building the connections there. And I find that not having to sit in the office and flip through all the papers allows me then to build that relationship a lot more. And then the people on the ground are more likely to call me if something happens.
Yeah.
If they see something, they're like, hey, Tina, I don't know if this is normal. Is it okay? And it could be like, no, let's stop it. Let's respond to it. But there's less fear if they see me as more accessible.